No pressure. Uh,
Great.
can you see my screen?
Again.
Okay, so this is going to be embarrassing, but I'm fine. Um, I just want to get Jackie's perspective on what you do. So we have a lot of practitioners, and they'll use a few different parts of the reports within their graph, but just playing kind of a role play with you being practitioner, I being patient. How
Right.
would you talk to me about my graph?
Okay. Well, I'd say that.
This was done about an hour ago.
Okay, cool. So I'd say you have a little bit of a belt block starting there. So, looking at, you have your lung, your pericardium, and your heart that are a little bit in deficiency. So lung can either be your, you know, perhaps you get a little cold or you have a little something going on with your lungs or a little bit of skin issues there. Pericardium and heart can be stress. So the pericardium is the um, minister of the heart, and the heart is the emperor. So, the pericardium is doing his job trying to protect the heart, but, the heart needs obviously a little bit of extra help. So we're going to go get rid of some of that stress perhaps that's there. So I can see that perhaps you've had a little bit of stress there.
Or yeah,
The liver.
you're spot on. I just got over a cold and flu last weekend, and so I'm still hacking and coughing right now. So
Oh, there you go.
um, anyways, I'll allow you.
Graph doesn't lie.
Graph does not lie.
And
Um,
then I'm looking at your liver, and liver, sometimes can have
oops,
even a little bit to do with frustration. So small intestine, triple energizer, and large intestine are the green ones
yeah,
following your heart. And those seem to be, balanced. The small intestine, I see that the left side's a little bit in deficiency. There's not too far apart that they're still okay. But, you might have a little bit of shoulder pain or neck pain on the left side. Um, the triple energizer, I see also the left side being a little tiny bit affected. So respiration, digestion, elimination. So your respiration is probably your left side, maybe the left lung is being a little bit more compromised. Um, then I see the large intestine, which is also associated with your lung, right? Because they're paired channels. So the large intestine seems okay. So you're getting over your cold. That's a good thing.
I'm getting there.
Yep, you're getting there. And then I said or the liver, right? Liver is in a split. So the split is harder on the body because it's the left and right side that are really not communicating as well. So, um, so your liver can be, like I said, a little bit of frustration. It can be pain in your legs. It can be.
I didn't believe that split when I saw it, so I graphed it a few times because I was like,
Did you do it again? Yeah.
yeah, I did, and so it is accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the kidney seems like imbalance, a little bit in excess, but that can have to do with your back. It can have to do with, I'm looking at your age. You're 43, so you're fine. It's not necessarily aging, but bladder. So your bladder is your back. So I'm seeing maybe a little bit of back pain there with the gallbladder on the side. So this, you might have hip pain, maybe a little bit of shoulder pain, and your stomach seems fine. So that would be my assessment. That's what I would tell patients, right? That's what I would. Sorry, my husband's walking around behind us. Sorry, I
Nope,
forgot.
don't worry about anything. You're totally fine. Uh, would you now kind of you as a practitioner, this is my baseline graph. Would you
Yeah.
go into any of these reports that you'd want to talk about or
Yeah, I'd probably go into the orrery, and I like to explain that, we have the clock. And so perhaps if you look at, from midnight to 1 to 3, your liver is affecting maybe your sleep there. So you're probably not sleeping the greatest from 1 to 5. You might be waking up or
It's been terrible since I've had the flu.
yeah,
I was
and
sleeping really well, and then last couple nights I've been waking up in sweats. So
right. And so from 3 to 5, your lung is still struggling. So, and so every 2 hours, there's a meridian that is the primary focus for the body. And from 3 to 5, it is the lung. And so that's why you're having a little bit of issues.
okay.
And so it's just speaking to you right now. So we're just going to go work on that from what, the Acugraph is telling me. And then, so it seems like, you're probably the type of person that from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., you're having the greatest sleep finally, and then it's harder to get up. And then from 11 to 1, probably the most stressful part of your day. The heart's having a little bit of an issue there, so you might get a little bit tired. And then from 3 to 5 is probably when you get a little bit of a slump again in the afternoon. And then from 7 to 9 again. So 5 to 7, you're doing fine. But then 7 to 9, you're going to get a slump of energy. You might not want to get off the couch. And then if you get to bed before 11, you'll have a great sleep. But then after that, from 11 to 3 again, or till 5, your sleep's compromised right now. So we have a lot of work to do.
That's interesting. Okay. So get to bed before 11 then.
Yeah.
If I wait, then I'm like,
You're going to have a hard time falling asleep.
okay.
From 11 to 1, it's going to be hard right now. So
Okay.
we just need to go balance that.
That is good to know. Okay.
And then I would go to the ratios. And so on the right side, you find your energy stability. And your energy stability right now is, I'm going to give you like a C on that one. It's at 60%. It's not too bad. So we just need to balance things a little bit more. On the energy side, you're at 111%, which falls right into the perfect range. It's just that your energy is doing this right now. So instead of it going up and down so much, we'd like to get it just to do a little wave. Because that's natural. We have a natural wave of energy. We just need to make sure that it's not so up and down. So that's something that I'll work with, because we'll want to stabilize your energy and make sure that you don't have those crashes.
Okay.
And then I would go to the personal integrated energetic score, and overall say that at 47, we can probably get you in a much better spot.
Oh, I've been way higher than that. Yeah. This
So
is,
yeah.
yeah. So,
So, I typically can get my patients into the very good range within 3 to 5 appointments, no problem. But,
nice.
we have some work to do.
Okay. And then where would you
And
go?
then the information.
I'm sorry, what?
And then the information. So if it's a new patient, we would go through each one. So, and say, well, the lung, I did speak about it, but I am sending you this in an email, and you're going to have everything that I've spoken about in your email. So you can go and look and see what fits for you and what doesn't. And you're not going to have everything that's here, but you will find yourself in it. And so as you read each one, that's showing the dysfunction right now. And you'll find a few pieces there that will really fit, and you'll be like, yep, that's me. And so as we progress in treatment, you'll see that those things are going to change, and those effects will get better.
Okay. Okay. And then regarding treatment, would you?
I like to go to the advanced. So
advanced.
yeah, that one. So because I saw that you had a belt block, so I would do triple energizer 5 and gallbladder 41. I would do the liver, and then I would probably add a few points for helping you relax, help with your sleep a little bit, but also the lungs, right? Because you've had a cold or the flu, and we're going to go support your system.